Does AI have your head spinning? Do you feel like you're lost? Do you feel like you're falling behind? Well, I get it. Are you over 45 and just not in the mood to learn something new? Or maybe you're looking for something like the AOL of AI to make it easy for you. Let me be real with you. I'm approaching 60 and I've been in the tech business for over 35 years. And I can tell you one thing that's for certain: technologists don't understand how real business works. They hire 20 programmers, they raise a bunch of money, and they build stuff that requires a rocket science degree to understand. I've got good news for you, not Agent Midas. We are a community of hundreds of real business owners who've designed a revolutionary AI system from the ground up that's easy to understand, but more importantly, it's easy to use. I'm talking AOL easy. And if you're old enough to remember that analogy, you know America Online made it easy for 20 plus million Americans to get on the internet with a CD-ROM. With Agent Midas, if you know how to operate an email account, this is for you. And the good news is you can try it for free for 30 days with no credit card required. And also, we don't hide behind support desks and websites with no phone numbers. Our CEO's on the web conference every night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, talking to business owners who are using Agent Midas, listening to their ideas, explaining the tools, and even handling customer service on the spot. And surprise, 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 I'm that CEO. And I want to teach you AI. In the 90s, I taught the internet. In the 2000s, I taught cryptocurrency. And now I'm teaching business owners and employees AI. I've been called the Rosetta Stone of technology. Teaching is just my gift. If you'll spend one night with me and hundreds of other business owners on our webinar, you will see for yourself. Now, if you'll give me some of your time, I will walk you through Agent Midas and I'll give you some AI hope. Hope that you can learn this technology and so you can leverage it to make you more valuable to your employer, or even if you're a business owner, maybe you'll be able to fire your marketing team that's not performing for you and hyperscale your small to medium sized business without adding additional operating expenses. In fact, we have a way you can get Agent Midas for free simply by referring to other businesses. Yes, imagine a life without the dreaded subscription fees. They really are a tax on entrepreneurs. We also have this very cool on-demand software system that can create any software system you want, replace it in less than 3 hours. That's not fiction, that's fact. Our ODSS system built everything you're about to see in this presentation in less than 2 weeks. This platform would have taken a year with 20 developers to create. Agent Midas represents hope. Our promise is you won't get left behind. Our commitment is you will have the world's best AI for small to medium-sized businesses. And our opportunity is if you've been downsized and you want to join our team as an AI consultant and ride the $19 trillion wave, our door is open to you. We are open for business and we're here to help you win the AI race. This is a sprint. It's not a marathon. In the next 36 months, we will see one of the greatest economic pandemics that will make COVID look like a joke. The crazy thing is this: we're only 90 days old and we have businesses from all over the world who are joining our platform. They're contributing their ideas to make it better every day. And we don't ship ideas once a month. If we hear them on a webinar, we ship them the next day. And every business that joins our platform makes it smarter. Now, if I have your attention, let me ask you something honest. Do you know somebody, a friend, a family member, or somebody you used to work with who's been financially impacted by AI in the last 2 years? Maybe they got laid off and your hours got cut, or maybe their company said, we need to restructure, and 2 months later they were gone. Well, it was probably because of AI and what's going on in the marketplace today. If you even thought of one name, you already understand what I'm about to tell you. It's not a matter of if AI is going to displace workers, it's only a matter of when. And I'm not the only one saying this. The heads of the top AI companies in the world are sounding this alarm. You got Sam Altman, with OpenAI, Elon Musk with X, and Dario with Anthropic. Almost 1 billion working adults, roughly 1 in every 3 people who's had a job today, will be displaced, downsized, or forced to earn less because of AI and robotics, which is going to be the real killer in the next 10 years. No industry is immune. However, some will learn AI and join what I'm calling the entrepreneurial renaissance that's coming, and it will be fueled by AI. That is truly the silver lining of this video. The fact is, this technology is not going away. It's accelerating faster than you can imagine. 1 in 3. I mean, think about that. Look at your 3 closest people in your life, and statistically, one of them is going to feel this. Maybe they already have, maybe you already have, and that's why you're watching this video. And if you own a small to medium-sized business, the math is even scarier. It's not a matter of if you're going to have to downsize or close your business. It's a matter of when, unless, of course, you start using AI or the tool I'm about to show you. Because here's the one thing no one is telling small business owners. The companies competing against you, well, they're already using AI. They're running leaner, they're producing more, they're closing deals while you're still writing the proposal. They're using AI to watch your every move, and they're generating counter moves before you even know it's happened. With Agent Midas, we will give you that edge. Every day you wait, this gap gets wider. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to show you how to close that gap. I'm talking about without hiring a tech team, without learning to code, without juggling 17 different software subscriptions. Agent Midas will turn you into an AI genius overnight. And this really is not optional, it's mandatory for survival. The truth is, if you can't write a good prompt, you're probably not going to get a good result. It doesn't matter how good your AI is. If you don't know what a workflow is, you're probably lost. If you can't figure out which 12 buttons to click, you give up. And if it involves going to a DevDoc site, reading hundreds of pages, and learning how to integrate an API, well, you can forget about that. I've got good news. Agent Midas has none of that. It is 17 software systems sharing one database. It includes unified email, webinars, Rolodex, social media posting, content writing, analytics, contracting, payroll, invoicing, software development, app store, help desk, and so much more. And none of this requires more than 3 clicks to drive results. It's truly the easiest system you've ever seen. I built Agent Midas for the rest of us, the other 85%, who didn't go to Yale, Princeton, Harvard, or Stanford. This system was built in a country town in Georgia, not Silicon Valley. Before I built the system, I walked the town square and I talked to almost 100 real businesses, and this became the foundation of Agent Midas, a system that's designed to generate golden opportunity for small to medium-sized businesses. In fact, if you can use Gmail, you can use Microsoft Word. If you can still use your old AOL account, you can use Agent Midas. Everything is arranged in a really intuitive way, just the way real businesses actually run. Agent Midas is built around the way a business owner thinks and operates. And underneath that simplicity is something no one else has. Agent Midas is the first multi-agent private AI engine built for small to medium-sized businesses, and it gets smarter every time a new business joins. We've codenamed it Harpocrates, the Greek god of silence and secrets, because that name is a promise. Your data stays inside Agent Midas. It never gets sold to OpenAI. It never trains someone else's AI model. It never gets shared with advertisers. It's yours, period. Data privacy is something we can all agree is going away, but not with Agent Midas. Your secrets remain just that, a secret. And like I said, we're multi-AI. So instead of just ChatGPT, Agent Midas gives you 10 of the best AI agents in the world working together like a team you've had for years, working on strategy, content, research, finance, customer service. It's kind of like having your own private boardroom, and each of them have 130 IQ and they're working 24 hours a day, no vacations, no benefits, no lawsuits, and more importantly, no stolen data or client databases when your prized employee quits. Agent Midas is going to become your new prized digital employee. All right, let me stop talking, and I want to show you the Agent Midas system. Let me walk you through a real business day inside Agent Midas. When you first enroll, it's going to walk you through a tour of our site, and then it's going to do what we call the first date. Think about it. If you hired a new executive assistant, you might go to lunch, you might break some bread because you want them to know about your business. You want to know each other. You want to get them to understand how your business operates, your customers, your voice, what you care about. And then once your lunch date is over, Agent Midas knows your business better than most of your employees do, including your executive assistant. And honestly, it may even know it better than you do because it has access to the knowledge of 20 to 100 other businesses just like yours on our platform. Now, Agent Midas will ask you simple conversational questions like, what does your business do? Who do you serve? What makes you different? What's your vision and mission? Have you written any books, articles? So what's your social media handles? What's your educational background? Are you married? What's your faith? What's your political orientation? Agent Midas might even know things about you that you don't know. For example, how great you really are. And truly, Agent Midas will make you feel that way every day. While you're answering, Agent Midas is investigating and learning, building your business dossier, which is the initial brain of your new co-CEO. It's researching while you talk to it. It taps into everything it knows about thousands of businesses just like yours, and it creates a complete 20 to 30 page profile of your business. And our team of AI agents on the platform will use this from that moment forward, and it automatically updates itself. Now, why does this matter? Because everything you do from here, Agent Midas sees it and remembers it. Every email that comes in, every blog post, every social media post, every customer reply, every service desk ticket. It sounds like you, not like ChatGPT, not like a generic AI. It sounds like the authentic you. And on your best day, always on its A game. And if you're having a bad day, trust me when I tell you this, you can chat with Agent Midas about it and he will dial you back in. He's a bit of a motivational coach as well. It's like having a great version of yourself who never gets tired, who never has a bad day, and never forgets the details. He has the flair of Tony Robbins, Gary Vee, and Grant Cardone all in one. He's definitely type A. He wants to accomplish tasks, but he also has the compassion of, say, a Dr. Stephen Covey, Mel Robbins, Simon Sinek. He really has a real digital heart and soul. He was programmed that way. All right, now that Agent Midas knows you, what's next? Well, we got to work with communications. This is where you're probably losing most of your time right now, and you probably don't even realize it. I mean, seriously, how many inboxes do you check a day? Gmail, Outlook, Slack, LinkedIn, text messages, Messenger. And with all the spam that we get nowadays, it's just a big time waster, and it's truly exhausting. In Agent Midas, it all flows into one unified inbox right here. Agent Midas reads the email for you, flags what needs your attention, scores the messages, and moves the important ones to the top. It'll draft replies in your voice. You read the draft, hit send, and move on. Oh, and it'll even auto reply. Trust me, it won't take long for you to choose this option. It's really convenient. Business owners tell me this alone saves them 2 hours a day, 10 hours a week. Think about that, a free day back every week. You probably never thought of it that way, have you? Maybe you have an assistant. Imagine if she or he had an extra day a week to work on income generating activities instead of busy work. All right, now let's talk about the Midas card. And this is a very popular tool for our members. You remember business cards, right? That's the paper someone ends up in their drawer. Midas card is your digital business card. It lives on the internet. It updates automatically. When you share it, the person sees your bio, your services, your calendar, your photo gallery, your content, all on their phone in 2 seconds. They can book a call. They can schedule an appointment on your calendar link. It's all right there. No back and forth emails. With a live avatar, they can even speak to you and ask you about your products and services in real time, not even realizing it's you. I mean, these avatars are getting really good. Now, that's not a business card. That is a business weapon. All right, now let's talk about webinars, Zoom or Google Meet. If you've ever tried hosting one using 3 different tools, you know the pain. In Agent Midas, there's one button, registration page, email reminders, the live room, the recording, the follow-up sequence. It's all connected on one database with no integrations, all working while you focus on what you're going to say instead of worrying if your integration is working. Now let's talk about content. Every day, Agent Midas will research top 20 articles in your industry. It'll synthesize it down to 5 articles, and it will write a 1,000-word blog for you every day that kind of becomes the theme of the day. Everyone knows content is how you win today. Blog posts, podcasts, social posts, ads. If you're not putting out content, you're truly invisible. But who has the time to write a blog post every day and do a podcast every day and post on 5 platforms consistently? Nobody. And the firms that you hired to do it are a joke. It's like flushing money down the drain. And if you've hired one of these firms, you know what I'm talking about. Another option is you could type one sentence. I want to write a blog about why most businesses fail in year 2. And Agent Midas, because it already knows your dossier, your voice, your audience, it writes the entire article, 1,000 words, structured perfectly with SEO, researched with the copywriting skills of Dan Kennedy or Gary Halbert or David Ogilvy and Gary Vee. Bottom line is you get headlines that actually get clicks. And here's the kicker. It writes in your own voice, not a generic AI voice. It really sounds the way you actually talk. And if you don't like your voice, we also have 100 writing styles you can choose from. You want your content to sound like Warren Buffett? No problem. Agent Midas has read all of his annual reports and his style is dialed in. And I like to jokingly say, don't worry, Agent Midas can even make a caveman sound like they graduated from Harvard or Yale. Seriously, I've seen business owners who struggle to write a text message without typos. Agent Midas will publish blog posts that will read like a Forbes contributor wrote them. And then, of course, there's podcasts. I mean, who has time to create a podcast every day? Agent Midas will write you a 3-minute script every day, and you can have it recorded with your clone voice, or you could record a 2-minute voice memo. Agent Midas expands it, adds intro music, writes the show, publishes it to the Midas Report, and syndicates to Spotify, Apple, YouTube. And then, of course, there's social media. We have a social media generator that creates 5 posts a day from that one blog article. One for LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It's just powerful. I mean, it produces about 3 hours of work every morning before you even wake up. And here's something no one else is doing. We've got MidasNet and we've got Midas University. MidasNet takes all of your content and uses it to turn you into an authority in your space. Publish a course on Midas U, and 3 months from now, when somebody's Googling your industry, they're going to see your name, your face, your podcast, your blog, your course, your ebook. You won't just be a business owner, you'll be an authority. And you didn't even have to become a content creator to do it. Agent Midas gives you the AI edge without the tech nerd learning curve. All right, now we go from content creation to content domination. Let's talk about auto posting. With one button, your blog posts publish automatically, your podcast drops on schedule, your social posts go out at the optimal time on every platform. And consistency is really the key to succeeding with social media. And then if you really want to drive a lot of traffic to your pages, you can use pay-per-click ad management. This saves people the most time and money. I mean, ad agencies charge thousands of dollars per month to manage your Google or Facebook ads. Agent Midas runs them for you. You just click activate, you decide how much you want to spend per day, and Agent Midas writes the copy, builds the landing pages, kills the losers, doubles down on the winners, 24 hours a day, never takes a vacation, never asks for a raise, and it never makes excuses, and it knows your target audience better than anybody. And along with Midas Meet, we have Nemo. Nemo will join every Midas Meet conference, Zoom, Google Meet, doesn't matter. It sits quietly, it listens to the whole conversation, and when the meeting's over, you get a full summary, decision, action items, who's doing what by when. New contacts are automatically added to your CRM system, and Nemo will listen to everything, just in case you're not. And yes, you can think of Nemo as the golden clownfish that you never had. So if you've ever left a meeting thinking, did she say this Friday or next Friday? Well, that never happens again, because all you have to do is simply ask Agent Midas. And then we have done for you marketing campaigns. Simply click the activate button and it'll generate complete 30-day campaigns for you with all the emails, all the social media posts, the blogs, the webinar page, the sales landing page. You click activate. That's all you have to do. The whole thing runs itself. It'll run all month while you focus on serving customers. This is probably one of the most powerful tools that we have for generating new customers. Now, this is what we mean when we say the employeless enterprise. With our system, you're not going to hire a marketing manager, a content writer, an ad specialist, a social media coordinator. You are one person with a laptop with Agent Midas outcompeting companies with full marketing departments. Okay, now that we have communications, content, and marketing handled, but you and I know a business is more than marketing. You got to have customer service. So we've got a customer service desk built in. The customer submits a ticket, Agent Midas drafts a response based on your knowledge base, and that knowledge base keeps expanding. And it does it in your voice. It sends it for you to approve it, or it will auto reply. Customers get answered faster than a human support rep real time, and they don't even know the difference because it sounds just like your company. Now let's cover the money. You need a chief financial officer? Well, most businesses can't afford one. A real CFO can cost $150,000 to $300,000 per year. Agent Midas gives you an AI chief financial officer who watches your numbers, looks for fraud, flags problems before they become crisis, and keeps you informed with a simple morning report. Agent Midas can handle your tax preparation, your payroll, your invoicing. It reminds you when a customer is late, files your quarterly tax estimates, reconciles your bank accounts. Simply connect your business account through a secure connection with Plaid, and Agent Midas will help you keep track of all your marbles. Okay, let's say you need to hire somebody. Tell Agent Midas the role that you're looking for. He'll write the ad, he'll post the job, he'll screen the candidates, he'll draft the offer letter, he'll even make the decision for you if you want him to. He can do more due diligence in 5 minutes than you can do in hours. And he can also tell if their resume is written by AI. What about legal? The bill we all love paying as small business owners. Well, Agent Midas can draft a contract, review a lease, create an NDA. It's not a substitute for a lawyer when you really need one for serious issues, but 90% of what small business runs into, the Agent Midas multi-agent legal assistant will cut your legal bills by 90% and handle everything that you need done. Now, think about what I just covered. I covered marketing, content, communication, sales, customer service, finance, hiring, legal. Well, that's a team of 7 or 8 people. And when you're getting it all for less than 50% of the salary of your assistant, how does an 8.4x savings on your monthly run rate sound? And for the good news, think about this. For small businesses, you can get all of this for $100 a month. You get Agent Midas, the Midas card, Midas chat, Midas Meet, Midas mail. You're saving about $1,000 a month in subscriptions. Oh, didn't I mention this is all on a private AI network for small to medium-sized businesses that gets exponentially smarter every time a new business joins? With one CPA on Agent Midas, it's really smart. With 100, it's a genius. With 1,000 CPAs on the platform, it's clairvoyant. Okay, before we wrap up, just to show you those first level of menu items, those are the applications. Now I want to get into the utilities underneath that power everything. Obviously, privacy is a huge concern. You can provide us access to your data. It's encrypted at the highest levels. We are CASA 2 certified, and soon we'll be SOC 2 certified. You've got your content hub. It provides you with all of the control of your voice and keeps everything sounding like you, no matter which AI agent wrote it. Or as mentioned, if you can use any tone you want. And if we don't have it, and you want Socrates, we'll create it for you. And Agent Midas can do that in your keywords and in all your replies. Now let's look at integrations. We've got Gmail, Google Calendar, we've got Slack, Microsoft, QuickBooks, Stripe, whatever you use, Agent Midas connects to it, and we have a custom connection if we don't have it. We also have all the premium tools integrated like Adobe, Figma, Canva, 11 Labs, and we also have over 40,000 APIs from Nokia. I want you to think of it like buying an iPhone and having an app store for everything you need to run your business. This is like the ultimate Build-A-Bear for AI. We also have the App Store. We're an approved Meta Glasses developer. And with Agent Midas, you can build apps that can see and hear. This part is truly revolutionary. And then in addition to the RAG that we provide you for public-facing documents, we have the Midas repo. Now, this is a private knowledge base where you can upload your sensitive company documents and your AI agents will read them and give you smarter answers to deal with more difficult problems. And the big one, Midas Voice and Midas SMS. Imagine having Agent Midas answer your phone in your voice and remembering every conversation with 100% accuracy. For less than $200 a year, Agent Midas is your new receptionist. Your setting page is all about utility and control. You decide what's shared, what's kept, what Agent Midas learns from, and what he doesn't. You're in charge of your data always. And if you're internationally focused, you are smart because only 13% of the world speaks English. We have the other 85% covered with 12 additional languages. One of the most important things I mentioned is if you refer 2 clients, you can get our system for free. Every other AI platform, GenSpark, ChatGPT, big names, they were built by brilliant engineers solving technical problems, and they are truly impressive tools. They have the same tools that we have. But Agent Midas was built by business people for business people who understand how real business actually works. I've been in the trenches. I know what it's like to wear 12 hats before lunch, how to lose sleep over payroll, how to watch a bigger competitor pull away from you, and how to shut down a business due to market conditions. I built Agent Midas because I needed it myself and because every small business owner I know needs it too. As mentioned, it is not optional anymore. It's mandatory. Remember what I said from the start. 1 in 3 working adults is going to be financially impacted by AI in the next decade. You could be positively impacted or you could be negatively impacted. The wave is coming, whether you're ready for it or not. But here's the other side. The business owners who get ahead of this wave, the ones who adopt tools like Agent Midas early, they're not just going to survive, they're going to dominate. And while your competitors are paying 5 other software subscriptions, arguing with marketing agencies, and losing hours to busy work, you will be running an employee-less enterprise. You will be producing more. You will be earning more. You will be enjoying freedom that most business owners never experience. As I like to always jokingly say, we quit a 40-hour job to get an 80-hour entrepreneurial opportunity, but it's something you love doing. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to start a 30-day trial of Agent Midas. Go to that first date. No risk, no long contract. You have 30 days to experience it yourself. And if you like it and you refer 2 other customers, your software cost is 0. No one offers that. And if you're ready to learn AI and you want to see me demonstrate this live, ask me questions, see features that I didn't have time to show you today, I want you to join me every single night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Everything AI with the CEO. We are live at agentmidas.pro. Every night, me, live, walking through what's new, answering all of your questions, showing business owners how to transform their companies. That's agentmidas.pro, and that is at 8 p.m. Eastern Time every single night. I will be there. I hope you will too. Now, the tomorrow of the employee-less enterprise is already here. Some businesses like Agent Midas are living it. I'm going to build a 100,000 subscriber company around the world with 1 employee, me. Question is, are you going to take on this same business model for your business, or are you going to allow other customers that are using it take your business? There's no risk to set up your first date with Agent Midas. You get a 30-day trial. If you decide to secure your paid subscription in the first 7 days, you'll save $600 in your first year. So I urge you to start tonight or join me live every night at agentmidas.pro at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Agent Midas, everything we touch turns to gold, and more importantly, the gold stays here, private and secure. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope we have the opportunity to meet in person someday.